For a hot minute in the early 2000s, she was a global megastar with chart-topping hits and the sellout global tour that earned her a legion of fans. Despite all that success, the pop star vanished, almost overnight. Anastacia burst onto the music scene with her smash hit single I'm Outta Love, which helped make her the best-selling new female artist in 2001.
The winner is Anastacia!
It helped propel her debut album, Not That Kind, to the top 10 in multiple countries and mint it 4 times platinum in Europe and 3 times platinum in Australia. She quickly followed it up with a second record, Freak of Nature, which was almost as popular. Across those 2 smash hits, Anastacia gave us a string of memorable tracks that made her distinct mezzo-soprano voice instantly iconic. Then, despite all that success, the pop star vanished, almost overnight from the spotlight. No more big hits, no more concerts, just gone. Anastacia is now firmly back on the radar, for Aussies at least, after her victorious appearance on The Masked Singer. But where has she been all this time? Nick Bond is news.com.au's entertainment editor and an Anastacia aficionado. Nick, you got to catch up with the songstress recently after The Masked Singer. What was she like?
Yeah, I've interviewed Anastacia a few times over the years, and she's always a great chat with that rare quality that you don't always get in celebrity interviews, honesty, and in particular, honesty about the ups and downs of her career. It was also quite nice to talk to her right after The Masked Singer and hear about just how difficult it was to disguise her very distinctive voice throughout the competition. She said by about week 3, she just gave up and knew that everyone was going to know it was Anastacia.
Some might have forgotten just how huge Anastacia was 20-odd years ago. She's got a pretty decent catalogue of hits to her name.
She sure does, and I'm going to nerd out for a minute and give you some amazing statistics about her career. Australia was really the first country to ever embrace Anastacia. We sent her debut single, I'm Outta Love, straight to #1 in the charts, and it actually ended up being the #1 best-selling single in this country of the year 2000. A few years later, Left Outside Alone was an equally big hit for her, another #1, and that ended up being the second biggest selling single of 2004 in this country. Now, contrast that with her native US, which has never really embraced Anastacia. I'm Outta Love went to 92 in the charts there. Clearly, they don't know what they're missing.
Anastacia had this meteoric rise to fame and huge chart success, and then disaster struck. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, health issues have been a part of Anastacia's story since the start of her career. Fans will remember that back in the early noughties, she wore midriff tops to proudly show off the surgical scar that she had from Crohn's disease, which she'd had since she was a child. But as her career progressed, she faced a whole lot more health issues. She was diagnosed with breast cancer at 34, diagnosed with a heart condition at 39, and then at 45, she got another more aggressive form of breast cancer, and that meant that she had to have a double mastectomy.
It must have taken an enormous toll on her, not just personally, but professionally.
Yeah, it absolutely did. Anastacia told me about her health issues, that they'd been kind of the biggest problem in her career. You know, being a pop star is all about momentum. And as she described it, it felt like whenever she was kind of ready for a new album or a new tour, a new disease was also waiting around the corner to stop her plans in their tracks.
I don't know about you, but I find this pop renaissance delightful. Can we expect new music from Anastacia anytime soon?
Well, new music, yes, but a new album, possibly not. This is that honesty that I was talking about with Anastacia. Her last couple of albums haven't exactly set the charts alight, and she didn't sound all that interested in repeating the experiences. She said you can expect singles from her in the future, but it may just be the case that her 2017 album Evolution ends up being the last album she ever releases.
And it sounds like fans could get to see her as well.
Now, this is the good news with Anastacia. She is planning a world tour in 2022, and that will include dates in Australia. And she's also not one of those artists who look down their nose at their biggest hits. 21 years later, she says she still loves singing I'm Outta Love to fans.